Good morning, everyone. How's your Friday going? So far, mine's not been bad. So, got my tea ready. I'll just move this over here so I don't splash it on cards or whatever. And you probably can't see it. That's okay. Actually, you know what? I'll adjust. Here we go. Kind of tip you up. There we go. Now you can see it. Moved it right over here. Yeah, I hope you like the mug. That is not a Starbucks mug, by the way. So, anyway. How was your eclipse yesterday? I know some of you, primarily around like the Chicago area and those surrounding areas, got to see some of it. We didn't get to see any of it, but that's alright, because eventually there will be one. I will see it, and it will probably be awesome as hell, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a sight to behold. I've seen a bunch of lunar eclipses, never really a solar eclipse though. Let's say we get right into this thing, because I know my trolls don't get down on this. I know this. But it's Friday, I'm off, and I don't have shit to do. So let's do it. Drawing on our guide today is WeGo.Social. We know what that one is, the Viking compass. But let's do a little refresher, shall we? I'm good with that. 113, okay. So for WeGo.Social, and this speaks to that Viking compass thing, we're never truly lost unless we choose to be. We each have a purpose, God's given gifts and direction to fulfill that purpose. Even in the most dire of times, know that you're loved and protected. You can find your way even if it seems hidden to you. So let me just give you the little poem that comes with this. It says, "The storm, it colors everything. In a rage of blankness and sharp like cold, it erases what was and is, and I fear for what will be. I trace this power, the lines of meaning, and I fear my loss no more." So we're being told to let's not fear today. Today's Friday. Many of us are very excited for today because it means our weekend. I, of course, will be working this weekend. But I've had the last couple of days off, so I can't really complain. The only complaint I have is 6 days in a row. This is going to be wonderful. But I will also be off next Friday. I will be doing the weekend reading for Saturday as well. After that, Tuesday will be a day I won't be here because, quite frankly, I have to get up even earlier than usual that morning, and I simply won't have the time to do a reading. So looking at Monday, I will probably do one for both days. Let's get right back into this. Alright, so what do we have in store for today? Go. We have Knight of Swords. We have Two of Coins. And we have a King of Cups. Oh, wow. This is going to be fun. So let's do this. Okay, so the Knight of Swords, we know that's very quick and direct action. We also know that there's some intellect there. And of course, whenever dealing with the swords, we're usually dealing with very quick and direct action, sometimes conflict. In this case, we're swiftly acting on ideas, but that Eight of Coins, or that Two of Coins, is we're going to have to do some like risk reward weighing, and furthermore we need to keep control of our emotions. And that King of Cups. Pretty much says it all. We do have to have our wisdom about us. We're going to have our compassion there. Again, mastery of your own emotions. I'm looking at this spread here, and I see today, I have not checked crypto, but something is telling me this is for all of you people out there who are into crypto like I am. I'm into it. I do own some. I have not bought any since probably about February, so that was because the market started like really flipping its lid, and I'm looking at there have been some major. I'm looking at that. That's why I didn't buy any more, because when what you hold goes up in value, it's great, but then it starts sucking to buy it. Does it not? Some of you can attest to this. Stocks, if you're into that, I'm looking at, you may want to take some swift action. Do a little risk reward. That's where that cups coin comes in, or that coins card comes in. And handle your emotions. Here lately, crypto has been really suffering, and it's been suffering thanks to people like Donald Trump, Elon Musk. You know, they would just say something and it would go nuts. Some major events around the world have kind of shaped this downward turn. I haven't looked at it, so I have no idea what it is, but days like today and Monday are usually days where it ticks up, or when it comes down, it really comes down. So I haven't looked at that yet. As a matter of fact, let me do that now. I can tell you kind of where that we'll see how it's looking here. Right during a reading, I'm going to be checking my crypto. Okay, so I'll just check one wallet here, and we'll see where it's going. And this is the part that takes a few minutes here. But here we go. Oh, there we are. Okay. Let's see. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, I have seen people this morning saying that the pain may not be over. So if you're into Bitcoin, you know, just understand these are volatile markets because it's a new asset class. So, you know, whatever you're in right now, be prepared for a little bit of emotional jarring, but just try to remember this is all part of it. For me, it's just another day in crypto. Alright, so you've got the courageous peony. Fall into my arms again. Here we go. And of course, perspective. Okay. Looking at this, to me it's very simple. We've talked about this one before. In fact, I've featured this a couple of times on my Twitter feed, on my Cloud Hub feed. The peony is a flower that, you know, it takes its time to grow, but once it does, it's very beautiful, and it's telling you the story of its growth. Meanwhile, you're just looking at it after it's blossomed open, and you're like, wow, so that's the way it's always been. No, you haven't really seen it, you know, dig roots down in, take hold there, come up as a sprout, develop a bulb, and then blossom open. You don't get to see that because it happens very slowly. While you're looking at quick action, really thinking about things, this I think is where where that is pointing. It's also, both of these are pointing at this card, because the peony pointing to that Two of Cups and falling in my arms, on one hand, you might want to sell, but on the other, you're thinking, if I do that now, it's going to go up. I know my luck, and then what? Then I've missed opportunities. Well, no one ever lost money taking profits. Let me just put it that way. And your perspective is this. You might be being called to look back at its history and then go from there. And understand that where you are, yeah, everything may be down, but what did it look like last year? If you've been in it for a year or more. What did it look like 2 years ago if you've been in it that long? 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. You may actually still be up right now, but you're down from that euphoric high you were on. To me, that's nothing new. And let's look at the spirit animal, because I completely forgot to draw that one. We're looking at frog spirit. So clean out the clutter, it says. I don't quite remember what that frog spirit really was, so I'll go back. We're going to find it. And here we are. So, frog spirit knows that while other frogs are croaking away, this is a time for you to simplify and declutter your life so you can feel content on your own lily pad. Even when life isn't creating a total cacophony, it can become drawn to the excitement of lots of noise. Then the next thing we know, our schedules and homes are cluttered with commitments we were making, objects taking up valuable space. Even relationships need decluttering, as they often become messy. So the frog spirit appears to tell you to clean house, prioritize what you need, get rid of or give away the rest so you can have some space in your day and in your head. You don't need the old stuff and its stories shouting at you about the past. Along with the physical clutter, friendships are sometimes kept long past their expiration date, weighing you down with unnecessary baggage. Now is the time to let that go. So you may be looking at a decision to buy, but you just don't have the money. Now's a great time to sell some stuff. Have a yard sale. Get rid of some stuff that you don't use or need so that you can. Or you might be called to sell those assets. Now that decision is solely up to you. This is not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. I can tell you what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm hanging on to my crypto. I'm not letting that go. That would just be stupid, in my opinion. Or if you're into precious metals, this is the same thing right here. Precious metals aren't quite as volatile as crypto or stocks, but never know. Never know. So what are the runes telling us today? You've got Sewulo, Laguz, and Ewaz. So even though your path is lit, the sun is out, you can see everything. There is nothing on this table you can't see. It's all right there in front of you. Of course, Laguz, we're being told to go with that flow again. Isn't it interesting that when you're faced with a choice, the best one to make, the easiest one to make, is going with that flow? It's like, okay, I can head upriver, or I can take the current downriver. Which one will be easier? Obviously the current downriver, right? And that's where AWAS comes in. That's your motion. So you do have a decision to make. It should be the one that flows the easiest. We're not looking at an outcome of big money today. That's fact. But what we're looking at is, and I hate to put this in there, but it's just kind of leaping out at me. No pun intended on the frog thing, but it's going to go back to the frog thing. In fairy tales, it's always the beautiful princess who meets a frog who can talk to her. She kisses the frog and it becomes a prince. Again, The peony started as a seed in dirt, and it had to push through a lot of dirt to get where it is. There is a message of reward here. There is a message of get rid of that which you don't need. Today is going to be a day where you sacrifice some things, obviously. Especially if you're playing these markets, if you're day trading, if you're in buy mode right now or whatever. Today is a day where you sacrifice some things in order to have later success. And it's not going to be easy, and it may even hurt, because you seem that you're going down current from the river, with the river itself. However, what was on the other end of that river for you would not benefit you. It's what's downriver that will. You're kind of taking a little leap into some unknown territory. But always keep your perspective about you, because in the end, it's your motion that mattered. You do have the direction. You have all the tools you need at your disposal. Consider things carefully. Carefully make your purchasing decisions or your selling decisions. I'm not telling you which one to do, but just remember that today's action is going to need follow-up. It's going to need cultivation. It's going to need, some TLC. And when you do that, your reward will come. So that's all I really have for you today. Sorry I didn't get this out before 11. It was his fault. All right. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope all your purchases work out today. I hope all your sales work out today. I hope that my advice here reached someone, made perfect sense, and made them rich as hell. That's really all I have for today. Remember, guys, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up. I love you one and all. And as always, shine on.